Well, color me excited because we got a new trailer for Justice League Warworld. I haven't really seen an announcement from DC anywhere, but the trailer has hit the internet and there is a lot to talk about. Not only that, we have a release and some really cool cover art, so let's not waste any time and dive in. Now, before we get started, I wanted to give a shout out to my favorite podcast, Who Would Win? Who Would Win is a geek and comedy podcast that debates battles between superheroes and villains from the worlds of comics, sci-fi, and fantasy. James and Ray really have great educated takes on these characters, and it's a whole lot of fun. Well, like I was saying, this was not what I was expecting, and I'm pretty excited to get a really big peek at Justice League Warworld, so I'll start running footage now. Now, I haven't seen the trailer posted in very many places officially, but if you head over to my Twitter, you can watch the whole thing. Obviously, we have to edit to play nice with YouTube, but you get a pretty good feel for the film. Now, the trailer takes us in all kinds of crazy directions, and our three primary heroes are definitely going to three different worlds. Throughout the trailer, we see Diana, Bruce Wayne, and Clark Kent in different eras of history having completely different adventures. Now, Wonder Woman is taken into the Old West, and I have to say, she looks more than awesome in her Old West gear. Now, with her sense of justice, it doesn't appear to take very long before she teams up with some Old West DC heroes, specifically Jonah Hex, and where it goes, the trailer doesn't reveal, but we definitely seem to have an Old West adventure in store for Wonder Woman. Now, Batman appears to be in the world of Skartaris, which is the home and realm of Warlord and his adventuring friends. Now, this is DC's take on a fantasy world at the center of the earth, and if you're unfamiliar with it, I have to recommend you do some reading because it is an interesting era of DC. Now, we knew Warlord's antagonist, Daemonus, was going to be part of the story, and it appears, at least for Batman's leg, he is the primary antagonist. Now, all the footage of Batman wielding a sword is absolutely awesome, but one of the things I noticed is that Batman takes up that caveman Batman appearance that was used when Darkseid quote-unquote killed him, and Bruce Wayne was working his way through time to get back to the modern era. The fact they used this in this film has me pretty excited, and I can't wait to see Batman in this realm. It actually looks like the most exciting story in the overall arc. Now, as for Superman, he appears to be in a very 1950s noir-style alien invasion. Actually, it looks specifically like White Martians, but they could be minions of Mongul. The feel of the White Martians really had me thinking we could also potentially see John Jones as part of this story, but I could totally see Superman in an adventure on his own, and based on some of the casting details, there's not a lot of other supporting characters from that era, so Clark might really be on his own adventure. Now, Mongul and Warworld are also part of the story, we just get a little glimpse of them, and as of right now, it's unclear to me how all of this fits together. It seems like these could be some kind of illusion or interdimensional gates attached to Warworld, sending various members off into different warring worlds and bringing them back for some kind of ultimate conflict where Mongul gets to watch their potential deaths for his evil enjoyment. I don't personally remember any Warworld stories that took advantage of this aspect of the setting, but I am curious if you guys do because this is a really great take and I am really excited. Now, we have all the voices we've come to know in the Tomorrowverse with the very same animation style, so if you like those previous movies, this is probably one for you. Now, we do have a lot of new people and places, which is always exciting in these new DC projects, and honestly, DC Animation does not hesitate to introduce new characters, so I am curious if any of these have a future on the DC small screen. Now, along with the trailer, we also got a cover for the upcoming DVD and a release date. Let's check out the cover. Now, this is what we've come to expect in recent editions from DC Animation, but I do like the divider down the middle and the two different eras of heroes on top and bottom, which does give us a really nice close look at all those alternate costumes. Now, the film is set to release on digital on July the 25th, so we only have a couple more weeks, with it dropping on DVD and Blu-ray one day earlier on July the 24th. Once there's a pre-order link available, I'll make sure I post it down below so you can get an early copy. What adventures are in store for us on Warworld and what realms we're going to go to? Well, it might be exciting, but we're going to have to wait and see.